Germany, the economic powerhouse of Europe, is dying. While you were worried about your mortgage rates, the fourth largest economy in the world has been quietly collapsing. And here's the kicker. This isn't just Germany's problem. It's about to become yours. Look, if you're a guy in your 30s or 40s, you remember when Made in Germany meant something. Premium cars, precision engineering, economic stability. But in the last 3 years, something fundamental has broken. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly what went wrong, why nearly 200,000 German companies shut down in 2024 alone, and most importantly, how this economic earthquake is about to hit your wallet, your job, and your future. But first, hit that subscribe button because this story is bigger than just Germany. Here's what the mainstream media isn't telling you. Germany's economy didn't just slow down, it shrunk by 0.2 in 2024. That might sound small, but think about it this way. Imagine your salary going backwards for 3 straight years while everything else gets more expensive. That's exactly what's happening to an entire nation. Remember 2008? Yeah, this feels different, but it might be worse. Back then, it was about bad mortgages. This time, it's about the foundation of how Germany makes money. The numbers are brutal. Industrial production down 3% in 2024, the third consecutive year of decline. Nearly 200,000 companies closed their doors permanently. Manufacturing sector, Germany's crown jewel, is in free fall. But here's what's really scary. This isn't just about Germany. When the EU's biggest economy starts bleeding, everyone feels it.
So what the hell happened? 3 words. Perfect economic storm. First, let's talk about something every guy understands: energy costs. You know how your electricity bill doubled? Germany's manufacturers are dealing with energy costs that are 4 to 5 times higher than their competitors in China and the US. When Russia turned off the gas taps, Germany didn't just lose cheap energy, they lost their competitive advantage. Imagine trying to run your business when your overhead costs suddenly triple. That's exactly what happened to German industry. Second problem, China. Remember when German cars were the ultimate status symbol? BMW, Mercedes, Audi, they owned the premium market. But Chinese companies like BYD aren't just making cheap knockoffs anymore, they're making better electric vehicles at half the price. German car exports to China, their biggest market, have collapsed. It's like watching Nokia get destroyed by the iPhone, except this time it's happening to an entire country. Third, Germany is getting old, fast. By 2030, 1 in 4 Germans will be over 65. That's like trying to run a marathon when half your team is ready to retire. Who's going to pay for all those pensions? Who's going to work in the factories? But here's where it gets personal for you. You might be thinking, I don't live in Germany, why should I care? Here's why this should keep you up at night. First, supply chains. Germany makes the parts that make everything else work. From precision machinery to chemical components, if German suppliers start failing, products you use every day become more expensive or simply disappear. Your car, your phone, your appliances, they all depend on German engineering somewhere in the supply chain. Second, financial contagion. Germany's banks are heavily exposed to this crisis. When major economies collapse, it doesn't stay contained. Remember 2008? It started with US housing, but everyone got hit. If you have investments, a pension, or even just a savings account, this affects you. Third, geopolitical chaos. A weak Germany means a weak Europe, and a weak Europe means more global instability, more conflicts, more uncertainty. That translates to higher commodity prices, supply disruptions, and market volatility. Look, I get it. You're trying to build wealth. Maybe you're thinking about retirement or you're worried about your kids' future. This German crisis isn't some distant problem. It's a preview of what economic instability looks like in the modern world.
But here's what situation. It was preventable. Germany's problems aren't just bad luck, they're the result of decades of poor decisions. Germany has become a bureaucratic nightmare. Starting a business there takes months of paperwork. innovation gets strangled by regulations. While Silicon Valley was creating tech giants, Germany was creating compliance departments. They shut down their nuclear plants, clean, reliable energy, to appease environmental activists. Then they became dependent on Russian gas. It's like throwing away your reliable car to buy one that only works when your enemy lets you buy gas. While America was investing in AI and tech, Germany was protecting old industries. They became the world's best at making things that the world no longer wanted to buy. So what happens next? And more importantly, what can you do about it? The Bundesbank projects Germany will barely grow 0.2% in 2025. That's essentially stagnation. But here's what the experts aren't telling you. This could get much worse before it gets better. Best case, Germany muddles through with slow growth for years. Worst case, financial crisis, political instability, and economic collapse that makes 2008 look like a warm-up. So what can you do? 3 things. First, diversify your investments. Don't put all your money in European or German-dependent assets. Look at emerging markets, US tech, commodities. Second, skill up. Economic chaos creates opportunities for people who are prepared. Learn skills that are recession-proof, technology, essential services, problem solving. Third, stay informed. This crisis is unfolding in real time. The guys who see it coming and adapt first will be the ones who profit from the chaos. Look, Germany's economic crisis isn't just a news story, it's a warning. When the world's 4th largest economy starts falling apart, everyone needs to pay attention. The question isn't whether this will affect you, it's whether you'll be ready when it does. If this opened your eyes to what's really happening in the global economy, subscribe and hit that notification bell. I'm tracking these economic shifts so you don't have to. Drop a comment below. Are you worried about Germany's economic crisis? What are you doing to protect yourself? And if you want to understand how other major economies are dealing with similar problems, check out our other videos. It'll blow your mind. Remember, in times of crisis, information is power. Stay informed, stay prepared, and I'll see you in the next one.